Hey guys, today we got a Kobe career resimulation. Um, so pretty much the base of this is the 96-97 roster, and I'll put it up on screen right now. The roster this is from, I actually thought it was pretty good. Most of the time when you get the rosters, like ratings are super inflated. Obviously some teams don't have full rosters, so there's like fill-in players. I don't think that's that big of a deal. The plan of this video is really, I'm gonna control the Lakers. I'll make some moves, whatever. Try to keep it close to how it was in real life. Maybe I can get Pau Gasol. Who knows? Generally, though, I kind of just want to make sure Kobe stays on the Lakers for the entirety of his career. I guess we'll try to keep it realistic. We won't have him starting rookie year. We're gonna give him a couple more minutes though. 29, that sounds alright. What are we gonna do? Points emphasis, we'll do Shaq. I don't know, Jones, and then we'll do Kobe. Alright, now I'm gonna simulate to the mid-season mark and just see how everything's going. Alright guys, closing it on the trade deadline. We are 39-12. To start the season, we was pretty shaky. They're about 500 for the first 10 or so games. Once we get to the trade deadline, we're gonna go look through some of the stats. Obviously, look at Kobe's stats, see how he did. I think he averaged right around like 8 points a game as a rookie. Not 100% sure, but I think it was right around that range. Obviously, Shaq being a beast. Kobe though, 16 points. Yeah, that's probably, I'm gonna say mainly because we had him as the third option. He's not particularly high overall. He does have quite a few badges, but 16 points, 16.2 points, 2.7 rebounds, 3.8 assists, steal, 1.8 turnovers, 48% from field, which is pretty solid, and 35% from three, which is pretty solid. All right, we're here at the awards list. We got Jordan wins MVP. 37.5 points per game is pretty crazy. The Lakers won 63-19. Don't expect Kobe to be on any of the All-NBA team lists. All rookie first team, he doesn't make it, and all rookie team he doesn't make it. Now, I do think that's probably because in the game they don't have him considered to be a rookie. Because you look at the stats, 16.1 points per game, 4.2 assists, 48% from field, 45% from three. Those are really good stats, especially when you look in comparison to his actual rookie stats, which, like I said earlier, about 8 points per game. It was actually 7.6. We'll sim round by round, see if the Lakers can win it here, and see how Kobe performs. First round, Lakers, pretty easy win, 4-1 series. All right, and taking on the Spurs. This is pre-Tim Duncan. This is David Robinson Spurs here. Duncan's actually in the 97 draft class, and narrowly get the win. Who else was on that team? Dominique, old Dominique, 38-year-old Dominique, sold 10. Kobe, just about 15. Eddie Jones, almost 22. 8.5. Alright, on to the next round, taking on the Jazz, which would have been the Stockton Malone Jazz. Kobe, he's up to 15.5 points per game. We're taking on the Heat in the first round, who actually took down Jordan and Pippen. This should be pretty easy. Even though we go down 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, we lose at 5. Wow. His average went down quite a bit, but I mean, especially comparing it to his actual rookie year, great season, almost shooting 50% from the field. Three-pointer in the playoffs wasn't as great, but I think that was a solid rookie season for Kobe to build on, and I'll see you guys in the offseason. Get retirements here. Parrish retired at 44. Jordan retired. Okay. 37 points per game. I still can't believe that. That's pretty insane. I mean, there's a good chance you think Jordan could have possibly did that in today's NBA because the pace is so high. Obviously, the hand checking rules are gone. So I mean, it's definitely possible. Going to replace replace. I'm gonna at least add the old lottery. We'll add the old all-star rules. We're here at the draft class. I'll just show you guys. I mean, I'm sure most of you guys know this. The historic draft classes, they added these in, I believe this year or last year. And we just were at the 97, so we do 98 draft class. Pretty easy. I'm not putting any storylines on for this one. Try to keep it as realistic as possible. Going to camps, obviously we're gonna put untapped potential on Kobe. The rest I don't really care. I'll have them do that. And we're going to the season. We're gonna have a look at the roster. I didn't bring Excel back. I guess I thought he was gonna have a bird option. I wasn't paying attention. That's alright though. We'll just have Richard Johnson run the 1 here for us. Kobe gets the start at the 3. He was always a 2. We're gonna play him at the 2. Ori at the 4. Shaq at the 5. Interesting to see if he can make that jump again, because going into his 3rd year, he had a pretty big jump, at least a minutes jump. He went from rookie year to sophomore year, he jumped up about 11 minutes, and then sophomore year to his 3rd year, he jumped up another 12 minutes. So it's gonna be interesting to kind of see how this affects him. At least being in the starting lineup, he's getting quite a few more minutes. With this, obviously, since we know Kobe is going to be Kobe, we gave him more of a chance his rookie year. A chance at the Lakers. Didn't give him as much because obviously it's a win now team. 13th overall pick. You don't expect that guy to turn out to be an all-time great, one of the best players ever. So I believe you look at this, he should, in reality, depends on how he progresses, but 2K is pretty linear progression. If you have a high potential, you're gonna progress. I think he's personally going to have a better career, at least maybe like total points and stuff like that, because he's going to get the opportunity more at the beginning of his career because we know the players. Rolling into the trade deadline here, not a good season for the Lakers, 28-27, largely due to not having Excel at the 1. Interesting to see what Kobe has done. 20 points per game, almost a little over 4.5 assists, over a steal and a half a game, 45% from the field, only 25% from 3. Wow. This is not going too well here. Huh. How's Shaq doing at least? 28, 15. Good, not as good as last year. Ori not doing much. Eddie Jones is playing really well. Johnson, starting point guard, 2.3 points per game. Well, I guess we're not going to make a move. We're going to see what happens here. Maybe in the draft we'll go look to draft a 1 and fill out the roster a bit. Overall for the Lakers, pretty disappointing. Kobe, 20 points per game, pretty solid. About 5 over what he was averaging in real life in his sophomore season, but 25% from 3 is just atrocious. Alright, I'll see you guys in the playoffs. Hopefully we make it there. We walked in towards the end of the season, only 44 and 38. That's like, what, 18 games less than last year? I think we were 62. We won 62. Robinson MVP after Jordan retired. Pretty solid season, 22 and 20. Nash, 6th man of the year. Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, defensive player of the year. We don't see Kobe on any of the All-NBA team lists. Timmy D is a rookie season, 19 points, 11 rebounds a game. Good enough for All-NBA 3rd team. We barely made it into the playoffs as a 6th seed. Let's go look at the stats for the team. Player stats, we got Shaq at 29 points per game, 15 rebounds, really solid year. Eddie Jones, 25 and 3.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists. That's actually really solid. He's only 27 too. Maybe he could develop into more than what he turned into in real life. Kobe, almost 20 points per game at 19.8. 4.7 assists, along with 3.2 rebounds. About 46% from the field. Pretty solid. 3-point percentage. That was exactly what it was at the deadline. I wonder how many shots he took. Can I see that in here? 3-point. Okay, so he attempted 310 shots, which is far more than he did the prior season. Just didn't shoot the ball well. Well, that's kind of interesting to see that his 3-point percentage didn't change at all since the mid-season mark. I don't know if that's a mishap on 2K's side, but overall a solid year from Kobe in terms of the points category. Efficiency, not quite there, and we'll see what we could do in the playoffs. I don't anticipate too well. I mean, the team is better than the record, I think. Maybe it's not. as we get swept in the first round. That's tough. I think it was my fault. I didn't bring back Axel. I believe that hurt the team a bunch. Look at the box score. Kobe with 36 points in the game 4 elimination game. 25 points per game in the playoffs. Dang. 56% from the field. His 3-point went up at 31.5. That's pretty solid. That was a good, really good, solid playoff run. And I may or may not have showed you guys it, but the Cavs actually won the championship, which is kind of interesting. I'm a Cavs fan, if you guys don't know. And they were terrible in the late 90s. But I did see an interesting player. Depends on what happens in the draft. I saw Bobby Sura, which is, I think, could be kind of intriguing guy to run the point for us. I don't know. We'll see how the season or how the off season plays. Maybe we'll get him. Maybe we won't. We are sitting at 19. Would be kind of interesting. Maybe we can get a player. Maybe we can use that as an asset to get Sura. I don't know. We're at rookie signings. We got Rich from last year, 76 overall. Actually, he's gonna probably be a solid depth piece, which is kind of interesting. He's 6'9" at 199 pounds. And then Ray Walton. I saw the 9 badges when I was gonna draft him. I thought he was gonna be pretty solid, which turns out he's gonna be pretty solid. He is gonna be able to run the one for us this year. We really wanted him to. I tried to trade for Sura, but his rookie contract was up. All right, we're moving on to player progression. In free agency, we brought back Jones and Campbell. There wasn't, again, we're at the point in the roster stage where there's just a bunch of like 60 overall guys. Not really gonna help us out. We just brought some of those guys back on the qualifying offers. Not a big deal. Jones regressed. We actually gave him a 3-year deal. Keep him around a bit. Kobe's up to an 80 overall at 20 years old. Pretty solid. Alright, looking at the rotation, we're going to run Walton at the 1, Eddie Jones at the 2, Kobe at the 3, Ori at the 4, O'Neal at the 5. Alright, we're at the midseason mark just about, and I have the allow trades on just to make sure no unrealistic moves really go through, and I actually had a great idea. I saw Derek Fisher's name pop up, and I think that'd be actually kind of interesting. Also, last year, I don't think Kobe made an all-star team, but I did not check. No, he did not. So, you know, Kobe did make the all-star team. He was the last backcourt player to make it in, but that's alright. As far as Derek Fisher goes, not sure if we can bring him in. We'll try though. He is injured. We could look to bring him in later. Right now, we are doing pretty good, 38-16. We'll take a quick little peek at the season stats. Shaq back up to 30 points per game. Kobe with 25 points per game. He's hooping. Just over 5 assists, a steal a game, 4 rebounds, almost 49% from the field, and 35% from 3. So a lot better year than last year. Kobe's 21 at this point. I think we're just gonna do 5 years for this first one, and then probably do 3 more 5 years to get us about the 20-year mark. So I think that'll be all right. Maybe not. We'll see how it goes down. We'll simulate this All-Star game really quick. In the All-Star game, the West team lost. Shaq was pretty solid. Kobe, where is he? 9 points. I really dislike how in the All-Star game. I mean, obviously the stars are gonna get more minutes, but 8 minutes with 9 points, 4 for 5. That was a really solid outing. 2 steals. Solid outing and Kobe's first All-Star appearance in his 3rd season. Alright, so we're going to be simulating to the end of the season, where hopefully we're the Lakers at #1 seed, and see how the playoff run goes. At the end of year 3, we won 60-22. Shaq wins his first MVP in the simulation at 30 points, 17 rebounds, 3 blocks a game. OP right there. Kobe won most improved. He had a really good year. 26.6 points per game, 4 rebounds, 5.5 assists, a steal, almost 50% from the field, almost 35% from 3. So a very, very good year. I wonder if the Premiership